There is an old man in my village who keeps a cracked wooden cup on his table. Every morning, he fills it with cold water, watches it tremble, and whispers, "Happiness is here, even in what is broken." If you've ever wished for peace like that, press like. It tells the world you're listening. They say he wasn't always this peaceful. They say he once carried storms in his chest, anger, loss, a lifetime of why me. But one winter morning, long before I was born, something changed, and that change is the reason people still visit him today. He told me the story only once, his voice slow, his eyes bright like candles remembering fire. "It began," he said, "the day everything went wrong, the day he lost his crops, the day his horse ran away, the day his brother fell ill, all in the same month. Any man," he whispered, "would break." Then he looked at me with that strange smile, half sadness, half sunrise. But I learned something most people never do. Happiness cannot be hunted. It must be invited. "One night," he continued, "I sat alone with nothing but a lantern. Wind howling, my heart heavier than the mountains. He lifted the lantern in his memory, as if holding the weight again. And in that darkness, the flame shook, tiny, weak, barely alive." He paused. "But it still gave light, while shaking, a metaphor, a mirror, a message. We don't need to be perfect to shine." He leaned closer. "That night, I made a promise, a strange one. I will smile, I will breathe, I will stand, even when nothing goes my way." But wait, he added, there was more. He explained something I still think about every day. "Happiness," he said, "is not a mood. It is a skill." "A skill?" "Yes. The skill of seeing good even in the smallest things. The smell of bread, the warmth of sunlight on your wrist, the sound of someone calling your name. People wait for big joy," he said, "and they miss hundreds of tiny joys. Why should happiness be rare? Why not make it daily?" Then he pointed to the cracked cup on his table. "This," he said, "was once a perfect cup. Beautiful, no cracks. One day it fell, broke, and I was angry. But when I picked it up, it still held water." He looked at me, just like me, just like many of us. Then he smiled again, that gentle, knowing smile. So I keep it, to remind myself, life may crack you, but you can still hold joy. If you're still here, write in the comments, "I will find joy." Not for me, for the part of you that needs to hear it. I asked him once, "How do you stay happy in every situation? Truly?" He answered instantly, "Gratitude, presence, acceptance. Gratitude makes you notice. Presence makes you live. Acceptance makes you free." Then he added something I never forgot. "You cannot control life, but you can control the way you meet it. And that choice changes everything." As the sun lowered that evening, he told me his last secret. "Happiness isn't found," he said. "It is practiced." Every morning he chooses 3 things. 1, something to appreciate. 2, something to release. 3, something to look forward to. "That's the recipe," he whispered. "Nothing more." Then he handed me the cracked cup. "Take this," he said, "to remind you, joy doesn't need a perfect life, just a willing heart. So today, maybe take a breath. Look around. Find one small thing that still holds beauty. Because happiness isn't a miracle, it's a habit. And you can practice it too. If this story touched you, join this journey, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs light today. Together, we're building a village of peace